15 things poor people do that the rich don't. Welcome to ckdia.com, where your uniqueness and brilliance is appreciated. We want you, the diamonds of society, to shine brighter than you ever thought possible. It is our distinct honor and pleasure to help you manifest greatness in your life and in the lives of others. ckdia.com. Do you? Hello, diamonds. Have you ever wondered, what is that rich person doing that I'm not? Or how about, what is it exactly that's keeping me poor? This video is not an attempt to speak ill of anyone or to make you or anyone else feel bad about their or your current situation. It's quite the opposite. In fact, this video is designed to serve as a pathway to help you gain a better understanding about some of the common habits of poor people and what you may consider changing in your own life in order to eliminate some of the pains that come from being poor. Aren't you ready for a change? Do you ever wish that you were rich? If you want to be wealthy and prosperous, then now is the time that you should begin to shed away your poor people habits and start adopting the techniques that the rich use on a daily basis in order to reach their varying degrees of wealth and prosperity. In this video, we're providing a simple yet comprehensive compilation of observations of rich people that shines a light on some of the poor habits you may want to immediately remove from your life. Here are the 15 things poor people do that the rich don't. 1. Watching TV and not reading books. While poor people love spending leisure time watching shows or even binge-watching episodes and movies on popular streaming platforms, rich people will often forego the use of many variations of the idiot box while in pursuit of educating themselves by reading books and or listening to audio. And yes, the types of content matters. They indulge in engaging themselves into literary works that in some way or another enlighten their spirits and or enhance their knowledge base. Rich people tend to be committed to understanding things they were unable to prior to gaining the required or desired insight from said literary work. When it comes to books, not every book out there is going to suffice for the interests of the rich. Such people will often pursue the types of books that will ultimately bring them closer to their goals. Some of the high-end novels like The Richest Man in Babylon or Rich Dad, Poor Dad can help the rich in gaining an insight into increasing their overall wealth. Similarly, those who wish to optimize their existing life conditions may want to check out something like Principles, Life and Work. While the list for viable books is virtually endless, they can indeed help in enlightening your senses and can act as somewhat of a coaching mechanism that may help you through a past, present, or even future ordeal, be it emotionally, consciously, and or even financially. As a side note, we have partnered with Audible and you can find the audio versions of these and other books we mentioned simply by visiting ckdia.com/myfreebook. After using our link to register your Audible account, your first audiobook is free. 2. Getting paid based on time. Most poor people out there are known to not reap the benefits of their hard work. To illustrate this, say you work at a fast food burger restaurant. During a slow hour, you may make 15 hamburgers. A couple hours later, business really picks up and you end up producing 48 hamburgers in a single hour. In both scenarios, your hourly rate remains unchanged regardless of how much you worked or how much effort you contributed. Your employer earned 3 times more this hour, but you get paid the same. 3. Blaming others for your misfortunes. While rich people would generally take full responsibility for their failures, poor people are typically known to blame their failures and shortcomings on others. For poor people, the bad things happening in their lives are due to the actions of other people. Diamonds, listen. This is important. Without owning your mistakes, how can you properly address and correct them? Poor people will always have some kind of excuse or a reason, such as the boss not promoting them, or the conditions of the current economy, or the government screwing things up, or the president, or the best friend's neighbor's psychotic dog named Smiley Face, or something else. The rich will own their failures, learn from them, consider improvements, and take action on them. The rich don't see failures as failures, the rich see failures as feedback. 4. Poor people focus on only saving. While rich people focus on both saving and investing, poor people tend to just try to save money, and many don't even try to do that. You are never likely going to get rich simply just by saving your money. For instance, if you are making 100k per year, what is your plan for becoming a millionaire? Can you honestly say that you will somehow be able to save every single penny for the next decade? Simply saving is not an income stream. It's a delayed expense. If your money isn't making you more money, then you're doing it wrong. Use your savings to increase your overall flow of income, just like the rich do. Consider investing your savings into something that will grow your net worth. 5. Thinking that you know it all. In contrast to continuously learning like the rich people do, poor people have a disposition of thinking that they know it all, even in terms of savings and investments. Rich people are known to stay on the path of learning and self-development, as they are often aware of their own faults and shortcomings. They know, or at least have ideas for, how they should improve themselves. Therefore, even if they make a few mistakes, they learn from them, keep it moving, and continue on with their strategy for getting rich. On the other hand, poor people tend to think that they are completely fine and need not to know more. The poor will strive to be perfect, while the rich strive to get better, because being perfect turns out to be the end of the ultimate race. Rich people are known to frown at being referred to as perfect, as that would only aim at limiting their overall potential. 6. Believing money is the root of all evil. If you feel that money is evil, then why do you want it? This is one of the major ideological differences between rich people and poor people. Poor people tend to believe money is the root of all evil, while rich people believe the lack of money or poverty is at the root of all evil. Money itself is quite neutral. It is neither good nor evil. Instead, it's a medium of exchange in which one thing can be traded for another. Saying money is evil is like saying spoons make people fat or books make people smart. Money is simply a tool. It's up to the user to determine how and why it's used. 7. Having a lottery mentality. Rich people tend to be more action-orientated rather than being dependable on some kind of lottery or luck. This dependency with regards to success is the general tendency of poor people. Rich people are often individuals who have made themselves rich through their actions and not merely luck. The rich will often define luck as being the intersection of laser-focused work and opportunity, and they will often believe that the harder or smarter they work, the luckier they will become. Poor people, on the other hand, are known to depend on other individuals or something else that's external to make them rich. 8. Living an unhealthy life. While it may feel highly tempting and convenient to get yourself in order from the nearest fast food restaurant, which makes purchasing a quick and cheap meal seem so appealing, consider avoiding it. If you end up living the fast food lifestyle, it's likely not going to do you any good. This kind of lifestyle may earn you an obese body and an unhealthy posture. While you will definitely come across a large number of overweight rich individuals out there, this category of rich people tends to be the one in which individuals have inherited their fortune. There are exceptions, but generally, those who have made fortunes for themselves from the ground up generally prefer staying at the peak of their mental and physical health for as long as they can. In addition to being out of shape and not being able to function properly, whether it's mentally, physically, or yes, even intimately, relying on an unhealthy way of life is also going to put a lot of stress on your wallet. Perhaps not always with fast food, but you may often find yourself dining out at restaurants, eating mysterious ingredients from chefs you have never seen or interact with. 8. Being consumers of huge sales. There are so many poor people out there who follow the herds, going after bulk sales or offers such as Black Friday sales. While there is nothing wrong finding a great bargain, you may want to refrain from developing or maintaining a tendency of always buying things simply because they are on sale. Purchasing during these sales can lead to accidental overspending and will have you likely purchasing liabilities instead of assets. In most cases, liability purchases are wastes of money. The rich don't get or stay rich by buying everything in sight or on sale. Remember when we talked about the lottery mentality? Many poor people who do become lottery winners end up broke. You should aim to minimize your purchases and mostly try to buy items that are worth the investment and or are able to provide a return on your investment. 10. Being embarrassed to use coupons. While you might rush at the announcement of a mega sale, you may feel ashamed to use coupons. Rich people have no shame in using coupons. Remember the adage that states, "A penny saved is a penny earned." While it's true, this is especially true when you're purchasing assets. In fact, as per a recent study report, it was observed that the majority of people who made use of coupons have over 100,000 earnings on an annual basis, along with a lucrative college degree. Coupons are essentially free money. Everybody likes them and everybody uses them, especially the rich. If you have a coupon, use it. 11. Waking up later during the early teens or 20s. The early bird gets the worm. Remember that? Individuals who choose to wake up early around 6 a.m. every day, and even when it's not required, are known to end up being more successful than their late sleeping counterparts. These are the people who are typically known as go-getters and who usually end up putting in the effort needed to succeed in life. They aim at making the most of every single day. No matter how rich or poor you are, you have the same 24 hours in your day that both the world's richest and world's poorest people have. How are you spending your time? When you wake up early enough, you feel like you've got the entire day. You can accomplish more than the folks still in bed until noon or later, simply because they're still in bed. Some of the most successful people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and others are all known to be early risers. 12. Spending time with toxic people. Jim Rohn, one of the best-known motivational speakers, said that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Take a look at the 5 people you spend the most time around. How are they living? How are you living? We know it can be a difficult task at first to distance yourself from those you may feel the most comfortable with. But we also understand that sometimes the roles that people play in your life will change. Poor people will often find themselves in a crabs-in-a-bucket relationships in which they may want to do better for themselves and others, while the people they surround themselves with will do all they can, be it intentionally or inadvertently, to pull you back down into the bucket to keep you where you are. Remember what we said about blaming others? The solution is not to blame them for this behavior. You must take responsibility, own the situation, and remove yourself from that sphere of influence. 18. Falling for get-rich-quick schemes. Poor people are more likely to fall for get-rich-quick schemes. The modern era appears to be all about instant gratification. With so much information readily available at your fingertips and physical products are able to arrive the same day to your door from the click of a single button, it should be no surprise that many poor people also believe that getting rich is instantly attainable. While it is true that advancements in technology have allowed us the ability to create wealth at a much faster rate than ever before, it's also important to note that you're still going to want to educate yourself on money and business and networking and communication and all the other areas in which rich people accelerate. It often takes time to become rich, so start reading. 14. Focusing on obstacles instead of opportunities. When poor people attempt to do new things, they often see them as obstacles. The rich see opportunities. As you begin your success journey, it's important to keep in mind that the difference between where you are now and where you want to be may just be right on the other side of that opportunity. Your fear of that obstacles can mean false evidence appearing real, but your fear of that opportunity can mean face everything and reign. It's all in how you look at it. Your mind is powerful. You are powerful. 15. Procrastination. All procrastination isn't bad. You probably didn't expect to hear that one, did you? That being said, it's a very common trait among rich people to be decisive, while poor people tend to procrastinate. Again, procrastination isn't really bad, as it allows you to learn how to manage delays, grants you time for reflection on things of importance. It allows you opportunities to prioritize tasks by giving your mind a chance to process things along with a whole host of other benefits. But again, if your goal is wealth and prosperity, procrastination can seriously kick your butt by leading to poor performance or worse, inaction. Simply put, procrastination is often nothing more than a self-defeating behavior. Thank you for staying with us for this video, and we sincerely hope that you've not only enjoyed our content, but also that you've found something of value that you want to consider with regards to your own life. Please let us know in the comment section, and if you feel we may have forgotten something that poor people do that the rich don't, please let us know that as well. We look forward to reading your comments and hearing what you have to say. You are a true diamond of society, and to show our appreciation, here's a bonus item. 16. Debt. There are two types of debt. We're talking about the bad debt here. Good debt is something like a house where you pay a mortgage. It's an asset. Bad debt is the credit card that started burning a hole in your wallet the moment you noticed that flat screen television for sale near the checkout line. You want it so you can watch reality TV, families of wealthy people who are busy doing the things you're not doing. Silly decisions like this will land people into debt. Bad debt. Thanks again, Diamonds. We now have our ckdia merch on our website. Represent your uniqueness and brilliance by visiting ckdia.com and grabbing the merch that suits you. Wear it with pride. One other thing before we close out this video, we are holding a bi-weekly contest in which you will have the chance to win $100. There will definitely be a winner. All you need to do to be eligible to win is subscribe to our channel, like and share this video on at least one social media platform of your choosing, take a screenshot and upload it to morga.com and send us the link either in the comment section or email us at contest@ckdia.com. Diamonds, we will see you on the next one.